Hey everybody, I am Taryn Winnie, and I thank you for joining us this Sunday evening with Variant Roles presents Urban Shadows, Juneau, What Darkness Costs. I am joined by a wonderful cast of players, and we're just going to get kicked right off with them introducing themselves and giving us a little update on where we left off their character. So let's start with the lovely Matthew Foreman.
Hey, that's me. Hi, I'm Matthew Foreman. I play Peter Poindexter. He is a specter, so he's a ghost. He's dead. When we last left off, Peter was I was giving Brody a hard time. That's what I remember. And I had finally met Red. Well, met him in game. Oh, did I? Hello?
No, you're good.
Okay,
yep.
That was it.
We heard you. That's
all I got.
I was doing a dead silence thing to let you just mull for a second, see if there's anything else that would pop out.
Nope.
So, all right. So Peter is bugging Brody. That's pretty much been a theme. So, I think we'll go to Knox.
Hi, Max. I'm playing Red Abernathy, the Aware, and currently I'm at the well-fumigated apartment of Brody, getting some answers on a mission I'm on. With two broken fingers and a black eye.
Right. And then Knox.
Hey, I'm Max. I'm playing. I'm just fucking with you.
Sorry.
I'm playing the vampire Daphne. Shit, what the hell is she getting into? She's getting into some trouble. She has invited some sort of head honcho of the Fae people. She has a fucking Yeti. And has invited her to her lodge for dinner to discuss drug shit, and then invited Benji, who then invited Brody, and then now all these three fucks are gonna be coming over for dinner. And then I think Red might be heading this way, and then Kay will probably follow. And it's just gonna be, everything is gonna go so good. I have no doubts whatsoever.
Doing great.
That's it.
So great. Well, Ty?
Ty, I am playing Brody the Oracle. When last he left off, he now has Peter just kind of living with him forever. And Red just stopped by to his apartment. They met for the first time, and he was just invited by proxy to a nice dinner at Daphne's residence. His friend Brody, Benji.
His friend himself?
I'm his old friend Brody.
There's Brody and little Brody.
Yep.
Anyway, and then we finally have back with us, so thankfully, Maria.
It's me. Hello. I'm Maria. I will be playing Kay Belton. When last Kay was here, they went to a concert for a band called the Shield Maidens with Red. Red so rudely left Kay all by themselves and sent Kay in kind of a panicked situation, trying to figure out where in the world Red went. And then a couple days went by and kind of ghosted a little bit.
Okay, so we'll jump right into our session opening move. Who wants to go first?
Daphne ran into a Sasquatch. I vote Daphne.
Guess we'll start with Daphne. Nice.
Hey!
Who do you trust the least?
I trust Brody the least.
Okay. And then what faction do you have open?
I have Wild Immortality.
Well, you're picking for Nox, so.
Oh, right.
So it's just
Yep.
mortality, yeah.
I'll pick that one.
Okay.
So, what's a rumor about mortality that you've heard?
Oh fuck. The okay. So during the incident at the warehouse where Mildred showed up with her archer or her people with guns. I don't know why I thought did they have bows and arrows? They had guns.
They had guns.
Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing bows and arrows in my head, but whatever. So when all that went down, I think that a couple mortals saw that, and so they are now aware that, one, there's a Yeti in town, two, that there's some sort of drug shit going on, and three, that this dinner is happening between these parties at.
So they like overheard everything. They didn't just like happen on it. They like got the full scoop. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, roll with mortality. See how prepared you are for this move.
An 8.
An 8. You're neck deep in it.
God, every time.
You owe someone in the mortality faction a debt, and they owe you a debt.
Ugh, I hate it.
The whole point is debts. That's the game.
I hate this game.
So, some mortality. We don't really have a lot of mortality NPCs. We have Leroy Erickson. We have Steve, the Narrows bartender, and we have Chloe Kahn, who came up last session. So, but you can also come up with some new people if you don't really have any interactions with those.
What did Chloe do again?
I
What was her
don't have
deal?
that in my notes.
Are you keeping track of who we owe debts to?
Yeah, NPC wise, yeah, that's
okay. I think okay, so since you can't remember who Chloe Khan is, I'll just use her. I think that I was just like walking through town, like downtown one night or some shit. I don't know what I was doing. And like heard a scuffle in an alleyway, looked over and recognized that another vampire was trying to feast on her and like interfered.
Okay. So she owes you a debt for saving her ass, and maybe you owe her a debt for keeping your secret.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Okay, who's next? That was a jumble. Anybody want to stand out there?
Go.
I'll go.
Okay.
So I think Red still is having some reservations about Kay having. I had a reason for it, but I think it's just mostly he always ends up getting in trouble either just before they show up or just after they've left. So Kay, it's like, is Kay setting me up for something here? But not like, I absolutely don't trust them. It's just like it's suspicious.
Gotcha. So.
And Wild is not Wild. Wild is the only thing I don't currently have a point with.
And which is ironically Kay's faction. So.
Yeah.
Or coincidentally, I guess not ironic. So.
Okay. Tomato.
For all the dealing I've done with Kay, I have not had any points yet with their faction.
So
well, that ends today.
A wild rumor that you've heard.
All right, been working on this one. So this ties back into kind of, I believe, how they both met each other. There is a rival family in town of other tainted called the Dumas family, and they've been looking for weaknesses into Kay's family.
Okay. So roll.
Why would you
that
do
is
this
another 8. That's an 8 on my part as well.
Okay. So you're neck deep in it too. Somebody in that faction owes you a debt. You owe somebody in that faction a debt. So
somebody in the Dumas or somebody in general from the
somebody in the Wild faction.
Pick
me. So Kay can owe me a debt on this?
Yeah, if she agrees to it.
Okay, I gave them some false information, so Kay's gonna owe me a debt on that one.
Okay. And then who do you owe a debt to in the Wild faction? There's Benji, who has collected a lot of debts. Mildred, is connected to Peter. And then we have all of the Benton family. It doesn't have to just be Kay. So there's Xavier the Third. What's your little sister's name? But of course, she's not wild yet. She's not wild yet. So
true. Her name is Lauren.
Okay.
And then there's my father, Xavier II, and my mother, Catherine.
I know the father.
Oh, good.
Xavier II, you owe him a debt?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay. What did you do to get in the graces, not good graces, just graces of Xavier II?
Oh, gosh. So I owe him something. So he's done something for me, or
you could just leave it at that too.
Yeah, I guess I owe something. Something happened. This guy came up to me, said I owed him something, and I just gonna go along with it because he was really scary.
That's fair. So, we've had Matthew or Ty. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I trust Red the least. I still am suspicious of Daphne, but after her very kind invite to her delicious dinner, I do trust her a little more. So I'm gonna go with Red because he just showed up, and for all I know, he could be a narc, and Birdie doesn't like that.
Okay.
I was thinking Narcos. I was thinking I give off Narc vibes.
So what do you have open?
I have
Birdie?
Mortality and Wild.
Didn't you just advance too?
Yep. I'm also corrupted.
Right. What are you picking for him? Red?
I'll go with Mortality.
I think the rumor I heard is that maybe from Benji I heard it, but that the local police force in Juneau is now getting wise to the amount of drugs that are on the streets and have recently increased quite a bit.
Okay. Interesting. So go ahead and roll.
Uh-oh.
I love that sound. That's a great sound.
Is that plus anything?
Plus your mortality.
Oh, that's a 3. It's a double 3.
Oops.
Okay, so yeah, on a miss, you are caught flat-footed, unprepared, or unaware. Somebody's coming for you.
Oh no. My stash.
This could go real well. I guess Kay, you haven't gone yet either, have you?
Correct.
You're just okay.
I was just fighting with Red.
Yeah,
As per usual.
Kay or Peter? When do you want to pick?
I could go.
Okay.
Go,
Yeah.
Peter.
So who I trust the least is Daphne. 100% of the time. The only faction I have open is Knight. All right. And then I make up a rumor about Knight. All right. The rumor about Knight that I am hearing is that they are having the screws put to them by some kind of external power, another faction, like probably like that asshole wizard. And that wizard is forcing their hand in regards to everything going on about the winter solstice and yada yada yada. That's the rumor.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Yep, I'm gonna do that because that's a thing I could do. My Knight is at 2, baby. I just rolled 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6.
So 5. I rolled a 2 and a 1. Get fucked.
Yeah. Same as Ty's situation. You're not prepared for what's coming for you. You've caught wind of this, and it's caught wind of you.
Shit.
So
I have all 4 factions marked now, so I advance.
yes, anybody who has all 4 factions marked, you can go ahead and pick an advancement of some kind from your sheet.
As well.
So, and then
So if we got 4 marked, like just
factions,
now,
yeah, like if you just, you can go ahead and advance. It's very free flowing. It's not like an end of session thing. So everyone's advancing right now.
Pretty much, and
Pretty much.
and
Not me.
I
Well,
totally
okay.
know what that means, and we're all good.
Do you need a refresher?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So you go to your playbook.
For everyone else, not for me, you know.
Yeah, of course. So there's this thing on your playbook.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be below your like stats and factions section. There's advances. So you're gonna look at that, and like at the beginning, before you select 5 advances, you have to stay away from the right column. But the left column, you can like increase your heart, spirit, mind, move from another archetype, add 2 features to whatever. Like there's like stuff specific to your one as well. So.
Oh, very cool.
Or like select a new move. So like if you want to like pick up another Spectre thing, you can do that. So
Oh.
anyway, so yeah, so that's advancing.
Oh man, you could change your faction, Peter, and become mortal again.
No thanks.
Well, so what I read from that is you just join the faction, but you stay
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, so like if Red were to join a faction, he wouldn't like become something of that faction. He would just be his playbook, but be of the night.
All right.
So, but yeah, so and then we'll finish it off with Kay.
I think Kay trusts Red the least. And I think it's because Kay has heard about their father's fascination with Red. And I think it does
Oh.
not sit well with them.
Gotcha. And then what factions do you have available?
I have Power and Wild.
Go with power.
Okay.
Okay. Can you remind me what factions belong to Power? Not factions,
Power
but, like,
is
Oracles,
wizards and yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, those darn wizards, you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's some interesting wizards around too.
Okay. I think
There also is the Hallowed playbook from Dark Moves as well, which is a little bit like this more like goody two shoes version of the Tainted. So
oh. Damn, Power's the only
basically
thing
like
I
a
haven't
preacher, but with actual powers behind them. So
Oh, okay. So like cleric business.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that there has not been hallowed in this particular city for a long time. But I think that there has been a lot of talk, particularly in the wild community, of a group or a family of hallowed that have recently moved into town and are being really nosy in like everybody's business for no reason that at least Kay has been able to figure out, but it's unsettling to at least their family.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll with power.
I'm so scared to, though.
It'll be fine.
Think it will great for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an 8.
Okay, so that is so we called neck deep in it. It's one of the main things we're getting today. Yeah, so you owe someone in the power faction a debt. Someone in the power faction owes you a debt.
So we're all going into this meeting neck deep in it and or caught by surprise.
Yep.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be bad. This is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I think even though I don't necessarily enjoy the idea of oracles, I think I went to go see an oracle. I don't know if it was Brody, but it
Why
could
not?
be. It could be something that is about to happen, and in like retcon land, or it could be someone else. Because I think that Kay, during like this 2-day time period or whatever, went to go see if they had like any sort of insight onto like, why the hell is this family here now? This is not cool for us.
Okay. I mean, Benji, Brody, how do you feel about that?
I mean, okay, we're super close. I owe you so much, and you have my burner number anytime.
It doesn't change. Defeats the purpose of a burner.
Awesome.
So how do they? Does Benji or not? Sorry.
I owe
Brody.
I owe Brody a debt for
Okay.
helping me, trying to give me at least some sort of insight.
Mm-hmm. And then you also have a debt from somebody in the power faction as well. So a wizard or one of these hallowed, maybe.
I don't know if Kay would associate themselves with the Hallow, just to stay as clear away from that as possible. What is this? There's this wizard that was talked about. I don't know, last week or the week before.
Yeah, there's the
Are
one
they
in town that's being
crazy
hunted
drug?
down by Red, and then there's Sarah Sprite, who is working with the what you can tell, or what Red can tell, working with the vampires and werewolves.
Okay.
He's
At
a
least in some
dick.
capacity. Yeah.
Aha. Okay. Um. I. Actually, I take that. I take back what I said earlier. I think that Kay found maybe like a younger member of the Hallowed kind of snooping around his family's their family's estate and scared them into submission and was like, you show your face around here again and I will just destroy you.
Okay. Sounds good. So do you have a name for them?
They are going to be Todd with 2 D's.
3Ds? I heard 3Ds.
Two.
Todd.
Unless like D is their last name, but I just know that their name is Todd.
Okay, got it. Okay, and with that, we are settled up with session intro stuff. Things are moving, wheeling and dealing. Yes. Daphne?
I think Mildred's in my web, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you've interacted with her. Yes. So she
That's
owes
all.
you a debt. Yeah. Because the vampire is ridiculous. Anyway. So, who wants to kick off? Who wants to follow their thread?
So, question about the was Brody's conversation on speakerphone? Did we all know about his invitation?
He wasn't keeping it quiet, probably.
Oh.
You mean he didn't like go to a back room when he was talking to Benji and Daphne. So you probably had at least a he wasn't on speakerphone. But you know what he was probably talking about.
Okay. So is this the shindig tonight, or is it something we could? I really want to talk to this Mildred. That Peter, you were saying you know someone who might know someone.
I definitely know someone. Yeah, they owe me.
Think you could use a little bit of that pull to help me out?
I believe I already cashed in that particular debt. Yes. To help you.
Yeah. Well, I haven't actually called her up yet or anything, but it'd be handy to have you along to let her know that she's got some information that I'm safe to tell it to, because I've really got to find this wizard, or next time that dick may not just break my fingers.
Well, maybe you should stop pissing people off and they'll stop breaking your fingers.
It's kind of part of the gig, you know.
Maybe you should find a new line of work.
Yeah, I'm planning on I'll settle down, do something else, but I gotta finish this job, and now I've been given another job with the threat that my payment will be not killing me unless I succeed.
Do you really think you'll be able to settle down?
Well, the threats he made against people I care about can't be ignored.
I'll help you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, that shindig, is that tonight, or could we go do that beforehand?
I think it's like 6 p.m. tomorrow, if I remember correctly.
And how good's that memory of yours?
It's like not great, but I'm pretty sure it was like 15 seconds ago, so I think I'm good on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Because I remember from my old college days, my dorm smelled like this, and my memory wasn't too good back then.
I mean, if you want to chill for a bit, I can give you some. I got a nice Florida Koosh.
God damn.
No, I kind of gave it up in my old age. I can't handle the inhaling the smoke. It gets my lungs burning.
I think I got a little Wizard Coke in the back too, if you can't smoke.
Nothing to do with wizards, please. I've had enough wizards.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I'll see you, and I mean, you can chill if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you. I mean, I think everyone's invited to this big old shindig at the lodge. It's like a big old dinner. So, man, feel free.
I do think it is a dinner. Yes.
Me too.
I just.
Peter, if you want to.
Yes, right.
You want to come along? If you want to come along with me, I mean, car out in the parking lot.
Of course, I'll be there.
I mean to Mildred, not the.
Oh, to Mildred? How about a? Yeah, I'll go with you.
Brody, do you want to come along too?
No, I'm good. I'll see you at the dinner.
By the way, Chloe Kahn is an Elysium customer, and she owes me a debt for all. I always listen to her freaking problems.
Right. Okay. I didn't have the words Peter marked next to that,
okay.
but
I got you. Yeah, because
appreciate that.
Kind of hang out everywhere, and people talk to me, although I desperately wish they wouldn't.
That's fair. Yeah, at this moment, Red, you get a text on your old flip phone from your buddy Steve, the bartender, reminding you to pick up your tab.
Oh shit! Let's go do something else. Got the money. I'll hit you up tonight. Yeah.
Can
Send.
there be another text that comes
Sure,
immediately
yeah.
after that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. There's a text from Kay. And all it says is busy ? And that's it.
I'm just gonna text back. Following a lead shouldn't take long.
You get another text that says, "Is anyone with you?"
I'm just gonna type in the ghost. Who I'm assuming Kay would know.
Kay definitely knows me. She owes me 2 debts.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I do owe Peter
Although I'm
2
not
debts.
sure if she knows I'm protecting her, but
I don't think so.
then I guess you don't know me.
You get a response that's just ... ominous. I want to meet up soon. Text me whenever you're free.
The last text will be, "Did you find my gun?"
You did find
you just,
it.
Yeah, you get a winky face emoji.
All right, let's go get this over with, because apparently I am a popular person today. And I'll head to the car, my rental.
Okay, I think we'll cut to Daff. What are you up to this morning? You've just gotten off the phone with Brody and Benji, your 2 favorite people in the world.
God, this is awful. Everything about this is terrible. So Daphne's going to continue her preparations for tomorrow's dinner. That looks like it's becoming a dinner party. And I don't remember when we planned for Mildred to come over, but I feel like I wanted to invite Benji and Brody over before she got there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as like last preparations, I'm just gonna make the happy house like look inviting and uh coordinate with the people that cook at the Elysium to have like meal ready for tomorrow. And then also I was making plans so that when I gave a signal they would block off the way out of the happy house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I do anything else.
Okay.
I go get my best suit and red tie and shirt and slacks, and I get them pressed and steamed and just sit in my room and contemplate what the fuck's getting ready to go down tomorrow.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Sounds like a plan. Think we'll I think if you've not really got anything pressing going on, we'll cut over to Kay. What are you doing today? It's pretty early in the morning. The blizzard has sort of cleared that had gone through Juneau.
Cool. So this is Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. I think Kay called Brody about their issue. I don't think that they actually like physically went there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that ever since the meeting, Kay has been kind of chilling at home. And keeping a special eye on their sister. Which is why I think they picked up pretty quick that their father was really interested in Red, because usually Kay's not home, and they happen to be home when conversations were being had. So I think it's been a lot of boredom, but like a nervous boredom, because they don't really want to go anywhere. And the only person that they'd been kind of hanging out with kind of got kidnapped and then didn't. And now is busy hanging out with ghosts.
Yeah.
Jelly.
So I think as you're kind of sitting around, kind of like shooting a couple of texts off, kind of checking in on people, your brother Xavier pops into the room. What's up, sis?
Hey.
Or sorry, not sis. How
Okay.
do you address a sibling?
We'll go with that. Usually it's just like hey or yo. I don't think we
Yeah.
have like the sis or bro or
Sib.
things.
Yo.
I think hey, what's up?
What you up to?
Oh, the usual, silently dreading the inevitability of the future and all that. How about you?
Bored as hell.
Yeah.
Got some work. You want in?
I guess so.
Sounded really enthusiastic. I'm really appreciating the support here, and
I'm
really feeling this bond that
just-
we're working on over the last couple of days, being stuck in the house together. It's great.
I am present. I am in the moment. Have you seen Lauren today?
Yeah. I think her and mom went and got breakfast. So.
Okay. Does she seem okay to you?
Yeah. She seems fine to me. I mean, she's Lauren. She's a little sibling. Gets whatever the hell she wants. So.
Yeah.
Were you worried about what Dad was talking about yesterday with the family meeting? That was got you wrapped up. Definitely not in the moment.
Well, I'm in any moment, I guess.
Not this one or any of them that involve anybody else but you. So
cool. Yeah, actually, it just did. Have you talked to her about it
I
at
mean,
all? I mean, I haven't, but I have been busy.
what do you mean? Like
I
the
don't
the
know.
thing that we all go through? Is that what you're talking about? The whole family ceremony?
Yeah, that thing that we all have to go through.
Yeah.
Have you talked to her about it?
I mean, not any more than mom or dad want us to. It's kind of a hush hush thing. Don't really want to, scare her before the whole big shebang. I did that with you, and look how you turned out.
I just I just don't think it's fair, you know? I think she should be, not forced into something if she doesn't want to be forced into it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you want to tell dad that? That's what I thought. Let's go. Well, we can talk about it in the car. I got shit to do today, and you need to get out of the house.
Fine. And Kay will grab their phone and grab a coat.
Mm-hmm. You want to grab a snack too? We're gonna be doing some tailing.
Sounds fascinating.
I know, right? It's my favorite gig. That's why I kind of wanted you in the car. So
Okay. I will go to the kitchen and I will grab, let's see. I'm gonna grab like a messenger bag. And
okay.
I'm gonna throw in like 4 apples, a bag of bugles, kind of like hastily pour into like a little plastic baggie, some like really obnoxiously overpacked bag of trail mix. And before I leave, assuming that my brother's out, I'll stop back into my room and I'll grab from where I hid it in like the back corner of my closet. I'll grab Red's gun and put that in my bag as well.
Nice. Gotcha.
Does it have any ammo in it?
Yes, it is fully loaded. It hasn't been shot.
Huzzah! Okay. Sweet.
Hey. Sorry, Sweets is my character from Invisible Sun earlier this week. I'm triggered. But yeah, so cool. So you're getting in the car with Xavier the Third. Birdie, what are you up to? I think Peter and Red just left your apartment.
Yeah, I've got the day to myself pretty much. I am going to spend the day. I'm going to take a little bit of weed and some instant brownie mix. I'm going to make some weed brownies, and then I'm going to take them downstairs to Eunice.
Okay.
Knock on her door with a tray full of piping hot brownies.
Hello.
Listen, Eunice, I just thought you might like these. I know you may be going through a little bit right now. I know, you seem a little, I know you're great. And now you got your voice thing. I made these for you. Consider them an advance on rent, even though I'm still going to pay rent.
Better. Thank you. And she kind of like shuffles and grabs them and says, anything I should know, Brody?
No, of course not. Things are great. And I always pay rent mostly on time.
About the brownies, you dipshit.
Oh, yeah, no, they're weed brownies.
Okay, I was just checking because if I started getting into those, it'd be a problem. So
yeah, just
probably should tell
yourself
people when you put drugs in brownies.
Oh, I assumed you knew because of my apartment smell. But
yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm aware. I just wanted to ask.
yeah, I just want to make sure you're all right.
I appreciate that, darling.
No problem.
So, but you're still paying rent, right?
Oh, of course I'll pay rent.
That's good. You're a good kid.
And I will leave. Go back to my apartment.
Okay.
Just rest the rest of the day.
So as you start walking back to your apartment, there's somebody waiting at your door.
Who?
You do not recognize this individual. It is a sort of tan-skinned woman. She looks to be about her 30s, 5'6", 5'7", wearing some sort of like pantsuit, hair pulled back into a ponytail, sort of brownish hair, light makeup. She's kind of like tapping her foot and like knocking on the door and waiting a minute.
Oh, I don't think he's home. I think he went on vacation. I'm going to turn away.
You sure about that? She starts walking after you.
Yep, pretty sure. Walk past her.
And she's at this point going to, Brody Jetson, it's the police.
Damn it. Oh, great. I am Brody Jensen. I am.
That's what I thought. I need you to come with me.
All right. Where are we going?
She kind of gives you a look and then flashes the badge for you. What do you think?
All right. Like, do I get to ride in the front? Are you gonna try to handcuff me? This is like.
That really depends on how cooperative you are. If you try to run, like you're just doing,
it was like power walking. It was power walking. I need to stay in this thin shape. I do. Here you go.
Are you sure?
I do. Let's head in the car.
She kind of like walks past you, puts a firm hand on her shoulder, and just keeps walking. Walks you towards her car. She opens the back. This is for almost running.
As she puts me into the car, I'm going to briefly brush against her hand to try to skim the surface.
Okay. It's totally a reasonable thing to do.
Here we go. Okay, that's way better. It's an 11.
Okay.
I am going to ask, what is she thinking about right now?
She's thinking about she's really glad she didn't have to shoot you.
Oh, jeez. All right. And I'm going to use... Yeah, let's do some corruption. Why exactly is she after me? And like, what's going on with that? Why is she arresting me?
You get one question. What is your question? Narrow it down.
I get two. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
my.
Fair,
no, okay.
Yeah.
Why is she at my place?
Following a lead.
And is her goal to get information from me currently, or to arrest me?
Information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Let's not do anything more corrupting. Great. Cool. All right, let's head to wherever.
That's kind of the plan.
And I'll just nervously look out the window as she drives me.
So she starts driving and she kind of like looks back. She's going to introduce herself as Officer Emma Diaz. Yep. Just got some wind, figuratively and literally after I stepped into the apartment building. Got some connections, huh?
I mean, yeah, I've got friends. Who doesn't have connections? In a world that's so separated by technology and like the Facebooks, you gotta...
Brody,
Yeah.
Brody, I need you to stop right there. I need you to just drop the act, the facade, whatever's going on. Just answer my questions, bro.
Go. Yeah, just shoot away. I'm an open book for you, Emma.
So, there's been a abnormal amount, and I use abnormal in a general sense, not just a Juneau sense, of drugs moving through the area. We had some
Yeah.
individuals come in a couple days ago to the precinct about a deal going on. They mentioned something about a Yeti. That's bullshit. We both know that. But there's a deal going on out there. It seems some people were getting feisty. I don't want drug violence in my city. Birdie, do you? Do you want this happening in Juneau?
No, violence is the worst. The violence part is the worst. Yeah, no, violence is bad. I'm here to help.
Okay. So you can start by helping and telling me who your sources are.
Oh. Um. Well, I'm not a narc. Here's the thing. So if I help you, like, what does Brody get?
You see what kind of vehicle we're in, Birdie?
You know, it's not great. No.
No, it's a police car. You know where police cars go, right, Brody?
I think I'm following your train a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. See, this is where you don't have to go if you cooperate.
That's you drive just the hardest of bargains. How about I will tell you I'll help you out with the source, and can we do the old U-turn and just go back to Casa de Brode?
I think that can be arranged, Birdie.
All right. There is this guy. He is bringing in loads of coke. I think his street name is Drug Saruman. And it's like it's wicked powerful cocaine.
I really need you to look me in the rearview mirror because I'm not turning around because I'm driving.
Yeah,
I need you to look me in the eyes.
Yes.
And try to tell me that you did not just try to pass Lord of the Rings reference us as a informant.
Well, like hold on now. I don't make the street names. That's what people call them. Like young Chains is a street name. His is Drug Saruman, as far as I know.
Okay, so let's just follow this thread for a second here.
All right, cool.
Drug Saruman.
Yeah.
I really can't believe I'm even saying that. Is moving drugs into Juneau.
So much coke. Yeah, it's like
so much coke. Okay.
A lot of coke.
Do you have quantities on what so much coke translates into, or
like for my nose, or like for like the city? Because city-wise, no.
Okay.
I shouldn't tell cops this. I gotta get better.
Yeah, that's like, you really.
I'm not a dealer. I'm a purveyor myself, but I don't know how much, but I think it's a lot.
Okay, so what else can you tell me about Drug Saruman?
We can call him DS if it makes you feel better.
That makes me feel so much better. Thank you.
All right. I think DS. I think he's a transport. I think he came here pretty recently from California, I believe. He's got. Do I know what he looks like? I mean, I don't know if I do.
I don't think you've interacted with him.
No, I'm gonna lie. He's got like long hair and a thick goatee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, he looks like Saruman. Is what you're trying to.
It's not white. It's red. He's like Ginger Saruman.
All right. Do you know anywhere I can find Ginger DS?
Well, if you want the old Ginger DS, you got to go on the streets and be like, I want the white stuff, and then they're gonna be like, here's this, and you're like, no, I'm a seasoned professional. I need the new stuff, and you'll follow a couple trails. You'll get there.
Right. Okay. So Brody, this is all contingent on your information being of any fucking use.
It's my
Okay?
information's choice.
Any use at all. And she's like, as like basically pulled back into your apartment complex, like she was planning on just running you down. So I'm gonna let you out, and we're gonna stay friends, you and I, Brody.
It's Emma. This is obviously we've become so close so far in this short car ride. Anytime you want to come by my place, enjoy some ramen and yoga, feel free.
That sounds awful, but here's my card, and she kind of like slides it through the bars. I need you to take that, and if you can think of anything else that comes up that might be pertinent to your situation, all being keeping you out of jail.
Yeah, that's great. I do appreciate that very much. Absolutely, I'll give you the old ring-a-ding-ding.
Okay.
And I'll head back up to my apartment. And lay down. Just crash.
Okay. That was what was coming for you, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. We'll jump to Peter and Red. Where are you guys headed?
Where are we headed, Red?
Wherever that Mildred you were talking about would live. She's got answers on this wizard I'm supposed to find.
Yeah, funny thing. She lives, I think she lives in the forest.
Forest.
I don't
Well,
know. I don't know, she's Faye, isn't she?
Yeah, because that's.
Yep. She lives in the forest.
you're sure about this? This isn't you just pulling my leg. I have trouble. I can't really see your face all that well.
Right. Well, listen, I could just appear to her, but unfortunately, I have to show you where she is. So we got to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm not really sure what just happened to my voice, but we're here now.
So we're going to the forest, and maybe no roads that my car could get through.
There are roads in the forest. How do you get to the Elysium Dream? The Elysium.
I don't even know what that is.
Doing great. The Lodge.
Oh, that place. Yeah, I've heard about it, but I've never been there.
Oh, well, there are roads up to the mountain forest area. I'm pretty sure Mildred lives in there somewhere.
That's going to be fun to trudge through after that storm the other night.
Before I fuck up your story anymore, where does Mildred actually live?
Because
that's the beauty of Urban Shadows. I don't make anything up.
Okay, good. Yeah, she lives in the forest now. You're welcome.
In the forest? She lives in the forest.
You did this to me! Right, so, what are you doing staying with the stoner kid?
He got me kicked out of Felicia's. Yeah.
How?
Well, Felicia really liked that I was around, and we always got along really great. And Brody showed up, and she changed her whole attitude against me.
Why would he do that? By being a little red around the eyes, it doesn't actually seem malicious.
No, he just, he's not malicious. He's just deeply incompetent and causes chaos wherever he goes. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah. You need a place to stay. Do you need a place to stay when you got no body or need to sleep? Do ghosts need to sleep? I really don't understand the physicality of having no physicality.
No, I don't think I need to sleep. And I do have a body. I just choose not to use it.
Steve's got that back room, and we got a safe house. I don't think it hurts anyone incorporeal, but, don't need to stick around there. It kind of, flashbacks to college years. Kind of stank in there.
Are you inviting me to live in your back room?
Well, I got a hotel, but I can't sleep with the amount of cold you radiate here. I got the heat cranked, and I'm still getting the chill.
I'm fine living with Brody for now. He's incredibly annoying, but he lets me stick around, and that's okay.
why don't you just... I've never actually answered the question. Why don't you show yourself to Daryl?
Well, you know me about as well as anyone. How do you think Daryl would do if I showed myself to him?
Probably misses you. I mean, before you die, did you ever lose a loved one and then wish they'd be able to talk to you from beyond the grave?
I lost a lot of loved ones before I died. I never wished I could talk to any of them.
None of them were married to you.
That's true. Let me tell you, you knew me and Daryl. Do you really think he misses me, of all people, the way I was? I mean, do you think anyone really misses me?
Felicia keeps you around. You seem like you could be a good person if you were to take your mind off your business, and now that you're dead, that business really isn't any consequence. You could be a new you in the afterlife.
Why does everyone want to be my therapist?
I just want to be your friend.
I'm not going to change just because I died. I'm not going to get better. I'm not going to become more likable or softer or more understanding. I'm not going to change because there was nothing wrong with me then and there's nothing wrong with me now.
All right. Well, you be the best you want to be then.
You damn right.
So, silence for the rest of it, and I'll follow the signs to the lodge.
I think we hit some intimacy moves there.
Yay, corruption.
Yep.
Oh!
Corrupt.
God, I'm terrible.
I just did it for the corruption.
Oh, you get corrupted? Is that your thing?
I get corruption if I have an intimacy move with anyone who's not immortal.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So I hold one, and I could spend my hold to be there when he gets into trouble.
Yep.
But if I choose not to be there, I mark a corruption.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is just Peter and car rides equals intimacy corruption.
It makes me happy.
At least we haven't been nearly rear-ended and had to go ghost car.
Hey, that was actually pretty cool. I had no idea I could do
That was awesome. I'm a little jealous, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's red.
That's... Oh, wait, hold on, Peter. I will say one interesting thing about being a ghost is I can do all these cool things now. So, it's not so bad.
Okay, so you guys show up at what is... It's almost this... It's a very elaborate... I can't even talk this evening. Thank you all for joining us. Good night.
Good night.
That's it. We're done. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, a very elaborate, like 3-story, almost a mansion-like log cabin. It's like one of those ones where you see on like the Discovery Channel and stuff, where it's just way too elaborate for really. It feels like it should be made out of just logs, but it is. Yeah. So.
All right.
Is there?
Elaborate log cabin? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yeah, very elaborate. A log mansion, really. Not a cabin, a mansion. So.
As he's pulling up a mix, so you see there's no reason for stormwater management because there's a large amount of permeable area in the forest. That's why you don't see the kind of common berm and structures and retention facilities.
He's falling asleep at the wheel at this point.
Power nap. That's you know your stuff. I'll give you that. You are an expert in that field.
Thank you. I was.
Yeah, well, you kept your mind, so you're still technically an expert. If you're ever looking for another job, you could always become a ghost writer on a manual.
Well, the issue is now is in order to sign off on things, I need to be able to sign and seal something. But I can't do that when I'm dead because people are going to be like, How did Peter Poindexter sign off on something after he died? Gotta figure out a way around that.
In all the movies, ghost people can possess a human body.
I'm working on it.
Lean a little bit away.
Sitting in the driveway right now.
So do we just like kind of walk into the woods in parts?
Yeah.
I haven't really encountered that many Fey folk.
Mildred's very reasonable as long as you're not her enemy in any way.
As you guys are having this conversation, almost out of nowhere, a knock on your door on the car, and there's someone just standing right next to your window, Red.
I'm really worried that it's Lawrence. I'm gonna slowly look.
It's just a sort of nondescript, sort of white dude in a gray suit, kind of gesturing for you to step out. Got the like black glasses, the security cord. So, oh, that's brutal, Matthew.
Things might get hairy.
It looks exactly like Max. Is that what you're saying?
Nondescript white dude. It's Max.
That's me.
Anyway,
I need a gray suit now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll down the window. Yeah.
Do you have a reason for being here, or are you just looking for somewhere to park?
I'm just gonna go for a walk in the woods and need a place to park.
At this home out here?
I will speak.
I don't know anyone here.
I will speak up. I will say, "Hey, I don't know who you are, but please tell Mildred that Peter Poindexter is here."
Kind of nods and like does the earpiece and says, "We've got a Peter Poindexter for boss." Got it. Okay, step out and follow me.
All right, I step out. Trying to figure out why someone who lives in the woods has security muscle.
Like I said, she's reasonable as long as you're not her enemy.
All right. Well, I'm completely unarmed, thanks to some werewolves. I'm ready. Okay, I'll follow along.
Okay. They lead you inside. You step into a very, very fancy sort of open foyer. Grand staircase leads up to a second floor. There are paintings and tapestries. It's very well done. Everything seems to be just very chic. So, yeah, and then they lead you into sort of a sitting area. Kind of point and say, "Can we have a seat?" And Mildred will be with you shortly. So, as he steps around the corner, almost instantaneously, Mildred floats in. The last time Mildred was seen on screen, she was in an elaborate white dress, almost floating, long, like flowing white hair, otherworldly beauty. Now she's seems to be a bit more subdued. White power suit, white hair in a bun. Yeah, she kind of 3-inch heels, just very well put together. She clicks in. "So, Peter, what have you brought today? Seems you brought a friend into my abode."
Yes. You and I have always maintained a pretty reasonable rapport. You know that I'm deep in it. And I just thought it would be good for both of us, especially for you, if you would just take a meeting with this man. That's all I'm here for. Just brokering a meeting.
So you're cashing in?
I am cashing in, Mildred.
Okay. I think when you cash in a debt, you mark a faction.
Cool.
I believe that's correct.
What's she?
Faye is wild.
Wild,
so.
Okay. Marked!
So yeah. So you hand off that, basically that puts Peter in her good graces. So, Jesus. Or Red. So, Peter, or what does your friend need?
I'll let him speak for himself.
Well, I am a private investigator, and I'm looking for a particular wizard. And I've been told that the only clue I've been given, no name, is that this wizard associates a lot with the Fae folk.
So, what do you need from me?
I need a name or a meeting with this person. I've been told by an interested party that I need to get information on this person, and I just want to meet this person to decide how I feel about this situation.
So you have some sort of contract or something searching him out, and you wish me to just hand him over?
Oh, I don't
If
want
I
to
were to even confirm or deny that I'm in knowledge of such a wizard.
With that phrase, I'm very suspicious when they acknowledge and then after the fact say that. Can I try to get a read on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that one of your moves?
Let's see.
Figure someone out, is it?
Yeah, I got Snoop, so...
Oh,
he's got an aware move, I believe, for that specifically, so...
No, I don't have that one particular. I gotta put a face to a name, but I don't have a name or anything like that.
Yeah.
Actually...
So what are you trying to do?
When you put a face to a name of someone politically important, this person seems to be roll with mind instead of faction on a hit. I know a dangerous secret about them, or...
Yeah, but you have to have a name or a face to put to the person.
I know Mildred. Could I gain something on her?
Yeah, but it's only... You have her name and her face now. It doesn't really work like that, so...
Okay, so, this isn't even a job I wanted to take. This was we are going to hurt people that you care about if you don't find information on this person. Now, it's, I wasn't told in any certain terms not to give up the name of the person who is interested, so it's a vampire named Conrad and a wizard friend of his named, is that Cirrus?
Interesting.
And since I'm not getting paid, they don't have any kind of confidentiality agreement with me.
See how that plays out for you. It's interesting you just hand over people's names. This says a lot about a person. You still haven't actually offered anything for this information. You just come in here inquiring. What can you give me?
Well, I'm really good at finding people. Yeah, see the irony in what I just said. And
right.
Well, how about we start by you telling me what you want? What could I possibly do as a lowly mortal man?
What do you inquire for? What do you know of the intentions for this wizard?
Well, they're probably not good, and I actually, as I do not like the people who threatened me and found this person, would prefer to help the person, this wizard.
Okay. To start. Excuse me.
And if I can gain some alliances through some other meaning, I trust Peter if and he seems to be on a trusting basis with you.
Trust.
Go ahead and roll persuade.
Trust is a strong word.
Just made it. Wait, persuade, would that be with mind or with?
Persuade is with heart.
Heart. Oh, that's good. I got 2 hearts, so that takes my 7 up to a 9.
Okay. So, she kind of leans in a little bit across. She kind of gestures, and around the corner comes a couple of these security guards. They all seem almost eerily similar. They come around the corner and they set down 3 cups of tea.
All a bunch of nondescript white males.
Yep. They are all very similar builds, very similar, like appearances. It's a little off-putting, but kind of. So, I think I can help you, but there might come a time, and I don't like nailing down what favors I ask. So, let's just say that when I need a hand, you're there for me.
I'm gonna glance at Peter and just see if this is something that he would consider to be dangerous. If Peter's visible to me right now.
I am visible. I'll just look at you like.
Look, I'm not the assassinating type, but if you need someone to get information for you, if you need someone to be there with an extra gun, someone to... I'd
Let's
probably be able to say yeah.
just say that I know how to use people to their best ability, so I won't make you do anything that's outside of your realm of skills. Do we have a deal? Red?
Well, Mildred, I'd say my options are limited. I'll say yeah. Yeah, you got me. You got me when you need me.
Fantastic. And she sort of extends her hand out.
I reach out and I take it.
Okay. You owe her a debt, so
These are fun. Debts are
Yeah.
fun, guys.
that's our fun.
I actually really like him.
Now, if you have no other business, and trust me, you have no other business, you should leave.
Wait. What is she giving you for the debt?
I'm hoping you're setting up a meeting at least, or a phone call of some
Yes,
sort.
I will send you some information. Take some time to nail down our asset, but so
These things take time. I doubt you have him in the back room. I didn't expect that. Wouldn't be that easy.
we'll take you. One of my men will take your number at the door, and we will contact you.
All right. And up I get. Nod to the nondescript males. And head out of the room.
Okay.
Peter? Does Peter have something to say?
I'm thinking. I'll just do it. Red, I'll catch you later, okay? Mildred and I are gonna do some catching up.
I look around. Okay. What's the worst they can do to you, right?
I'm already
And-
dead.
You've had advantage over pretty much all of us. So I'll head out of the room.
Okay. Peter, what are you doing?
Mildred. You look good.
I didn't remember asking you to stick around. What is it that you need?
But you want me to stick around. Because you know I don't haunt people without a purpose.
Yes. And, Peter, you take so long to get to the point.
I do. It's a leftover from my job. I'm very thorough, slow, and purposeful.
Some of us don't have an eternity.
I think you'd have longer than most.
She gives you a wide smile.
So, you're going to be at a meeting tomorrow. Is that correct?
Gives you a quizzical look, just sits back, takes the tea, sips. All right. You have my attention.
I thought that might get your attention. The woman that you're meeting with, I happen to know.
Mm-hmm. And
And you know what she is.
I am aware, yes.
I don't know who I dislike more, you, her, or really pretty much anyone I've met in the past few nights, but I know I don't trust her.
I would ask why, but you always have so interesting machinations.
So, what exactly what are you trying to get out of the meeting? Maybe I can help.
My goal is, well, strictly was last couple of nights ago, was to scare out the competition, but she seems at least somewhat formidable, so if I can bring her under my heel, it'll be successful in my endeavors.
Competition in the trade?
Yes, there's too much at stake right now to risk newcomers.
All right. How about you and I make a little exchange here? I will
Go on.
advocate for you at the meeting. If you I will be your guy in a corner. If you could just tell me something useful about whatever the hell is going on with the wizard coke and the solstice and what the hell is going on as it pertains to threatening what is left of the humanity in this town.
I do remember you have a stake here still.
Exactly.
And go ahead and roll persuade.
Ah! What am I doing? I'm a lunatic. Okay.
Great question, Matthew.
9.
Okay,
Succeed
so they get to modify the terms or demand a debt. I think she's just gonna. We work so well together, Peter. I don't necessarily need anything from you right now, but I will tell you what I know.
Yes.
In exchange, you tell me what you know of this Daphne beforehand.
All right.
So, there are players moving, and not necessarily within their own associations that you would normally see. The solstice, as it pertains to Juneau, is a source of power, but not just for the night, for us as well, for those that channel the power of the moon, of the darkness of the wild. It's not just one group that will benefit of the long night. So, there are allegiances forming in various groups. So I'm sure you've heard, and outside of even specific factions, wizards and vampires and fae and humans. They're working together to either control or prevent or convert. And it's coming to a head, as they say. And that's what I know.
This what the fuck is the big bad wizard's name?
Saris Bright.
Saris. This Saris Bright. Is he your friend or your enemy?
Oh, Saris? Saris is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. But is he your friend or is he your enemy?
That is not the wizard that I was referring to earlier. That Peter is seeking, or Red is seeking.
Good.
Why?
I am just trying to figure out if I have to change anything about my unlife. That's all I care about. If this whole winter solstice nonsense is gonna affect me and cause me any disruptions or annoyances, I don't give a damn what happens to anyone else.
Same old Peter.
Same
Now,
old Peter.
Tell me what you know of this Daphne.
Well, obviously she's a vampire. I keep her fed at the Elysium Lodge. She owes me a little for it. And I believe I would know that her feeding is through emotional feeding? What are we calling this?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Emotional feeding. And yeah, she's been making a lot of overtures about a Bacchanal that she wants to arrange, which are, parties. That's where she kind of gets her strength. And this is just my personal perception on the whole thing, but everything she's done so far tells me that she's trying to move a lot of pieces into her little web and a lot of people under her. She's got her eye on a prize.
That is useful.
I would also warn you that the moment you step into the Elysium Lodge, you are going to be at a disadvantage.
It's good to know. But I have already made amends for that situation. So, if there's nothing else you wish to add or inquire upon, it's always a pleasure. Now, float on.
Goodbye, Mildred. And I'm going to float away. Ooh.
And we all float on.
Yep, that's exactly proud as I said it. I was like, oh, I listened to some Modest Mouse earlier this week. That's where that came from. Okay, so we're gonna go to Kay. Kay, you are on a ride along. It's probably now about 1:00 in the afternoon. You've been just kind of driving around. Xavier and you are talking, kind of lamenting about your dad and the situation and stuff, and he kind of, as you're in the middle of a sentence probably about where you're going to get for lunch, he kind of puts a hand up. That truck there, that's what we're after.
We're after a truck?
Well, the people in the truck. Okay, jeez.
Okay, who are these people in the truck?
They've messed up, as Dad put it. So we have to go inquire why.
Okay.
So as you are following away, he kind of starts tailing them a couple of cars back. And about an hour later, they finally come to stop in sort of a nondescript area. And on in the warehouse side, on the other side of the bridge on the island out there. They kind of get out, and it's kind of become obvious now that they realize that you two are following them.
What sort of like physical description do they have?
It looks like a couple of lumberjacks almost. Plaid shirts, jeans, boots. One's a little bit smaller, about 5'7", 5'8", sort of like a scrappy beard, orange beanie, like hunting, thick Carhartt jacket on. The other one is 6'2", red flannel shirt, very much like Max up there. There's a dog. So yeah, no, there's not a dog.
It's just
Yeah, so
wild wolf.
baseball cap, and then Carhartt daddies, as King Butterfree put it. So
Okay.
Yep.
I kind of lean over to Z and I say, who are they? Do they work for Dad, or
they used to.
oh,
Yeah. Let's just say they switch sides.
whoops. Okay. Well, and I'm gonna dig through the bag of snacks, which I'm sure is like half eaten already. And I'm gonna pull out the gun and kind of just stick it under my coat in the back. Then I gesture to the door. After you, I guess.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Haven't stretched in a while.
Kicks the door open, steps out.
I calmly open the door.
He's got his like suit on. He's always wears a suit. I feel like Xavier. It's just dressed to the nines all the time.
Suit, but without a tie, just like very nicely, like one button unbuttoned, but it's like super sharp. Yeah.
All right, boys. Now this is gonna go down. Tell us what you told them, and maybe we won't kill you.
I'm just kind of like Xavier sauntering behind Xavier, with just my hands in my pockets. It's very nonchalantly like looking around, just kind of shrugging when he says, maybe we won't have to kill you.
Yeah. So they sort of step up towards the bed of their truck. The big guy pulls out a sledgehammer. The smaller guy pulls out some chains. Daddy sent you after us, huh? Can't do his dirty work himself?
It doesn't have to go down this way. You can just put that giant gruesome meat mallet away and we can just talk like normal, grown people.
Is that talking to you?
No, but I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You're obviously listening.
I thought you didn't even get in your daddy's business anyway.
Situations sometimes change themselves.
All right. Well, let's change this situation, huh? And they start moving towards you now.
I roll my eyes and I look over at Xavier. And
Xavier has already begun to change as you look over to him.
As soon as I see that, I'm going to change as well.
Okay. Would you like to describe your shifting for us?
I sure would.
You unleash your tainted side.
I sure would. So the kind of mildly lithe human form of Kay instantly transforms into about like say Kay is about, 5'8", 5'9", kind of slightly on the shorterish spectrum, but this figure is about 6.5 feet, slightly stooped, has a black chitinous skin, and as the chitons just kind of like pop out one after another, there's these long claws that come out of their hands, these out of the back, kind of cracking through the pieces. The chitinous pieces are these just thick leathery wings, kind of like go backwards and curl up on themselves. um these long pointed horns just jut backwards, just like long spikes. um and the face kind of hollows, like it lengthens and hollows at the same time, and the where there would be eyes, there are no eyes, they're just empty sockets, but there's like this bright piercing glowing golden like nuggets just kind of embedded way back in the back of the eye sockets. That's what I look like.
Yeah. And as you're transforming, Kay is basically being lit ablaze as he goes almost full Ghost Rider, where his like skull catches on fire. He's got
Brother!
fire sort of running from his fingertips. And he's got this, he pulls out a sword.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do also have a sword, but you
Mhm.
know.
You also have your, your tainted stuff. So
Oh, hey, when I assume my demon form, I roll with blood.
okay.
Hey, oh, guys, I get to do a thing. Oh, that's a really high number, which is great. That's an 11.
Okay. So
Which means I get to
that's a
choose.
hit, a full
Yeah,
success.
I get to choose 2 from this list. Either gain armor, heal, inflict harm. I am going to choose the 2 on the bottom, which is a demonic weapon and demonic
Okay.
movement, such as flight, flaming motorcycle, etc. I'm going to choose my wings are able to fly.
Okay.
And a demonic weapon can
You are
can
working a job for your patrons. You can mark
Ooh.
another.
Okay.
So, and if you mark corruption, you can choose another. So,
Okay, you know what? Let's just go all out. Kay has been bored and also a little pissed off. So yeah, let's mark 1 corruption. First corruption, woohoo!
okay.
So
So
that's
you're
gonna
getting
be
armor, inflicting harm
4.
as well.
I am gonna get armor and I am gonna inflict 1 harm. So yeah, the demonic weapon, I think just one of Kay's hands, instead of just being a claws, is just gonna turn into like a giant saber.
Okay.
Like a chitinous super sharp saber. And
So how are you inflicting this harm on them as you are transforming?
I think before like I fully change, I think I pull out the gun and I shoot one of them. I
Okay.
shoot one with the meat mallet who was a dick.
Okay. So you shoot him in like the leg.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, they are rightly terrified now. The short guy with the chain though is going to kind of yeah, he's gonna just really timidly like swing the chain at you. Are you trying to get out of the way or anything? Or
Nah, bro, I got 2 armor. I'm not gonna go anywhere.
yeah. So he just smacks the armor. It just kind of bounces off. Sledgehammer
I just
dude.
like grin with this just like sickening. It's not even there's it mirrors the eyes where there's nothing in the mouth. It's just like kind of in the back of the throat. There's just like this glowing ember.
Yeah. Okay. And then the one with the sledgehammer is actually going to connect with Xavier's knee though. And you hear a sickening crunch. But he in return leashes out and inflicts, he basically puts his hand on the guy's face and this burn charred hand mark just appears.
Perfect.
What are you gonna do?
The one in front of me I'm gonna take this giant saber hand that I have, and I just want to actually. I want to try to how close is
Are you trying to unleash? I think is what's going on here.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and roll with blood.
Bleed.
Blood.
No, it's a 6.
Oh no.
Hello.
On a miss. Why does it not say what happens on a miss? I've got my moves pulled up here. Unleash an attack. So, because I guess both of bad things happen. So they inflict harm on you, and you find yourself in a bad spot. So I think what's going to happen is, well, they're going to try to inflict harm on you by chain guy is going to try and like wrap it around your arm and like almost do like a suplex move and like pull it out of its socket.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's just straining against you, so it's not so much armor damage as it is like joint damage.
Inconvenient damage.
Yeah. And then yeah, there's a security guard just come around the corner. Has now seen this basically demonic activity. This kind of like quivering, got his like handgun up, shaking in his boots.
Oh boy.
Okay. I think Sledgehammer Dude is going to start making his way for the truck. And Xavier is going to chase after him and basically put his fist through his chest.
Mm-hmm.
As just flaming grabs the heart, pops it, and then comes back out.
Perfect.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to I'm going to attempt to decapitate this person in front of me.
Okay. You're unleashing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and hopefully this time I roll good. That is a 9. So
okay. Yeah, so that you get to pick one, and I'm going to say you find yourself in a worse spot where the security guard is now calling for backup.
Okay.
But yeah, you can inflict terrible harm or take something from them.
No, well, if the something is their life, then yes.
That's inflict terrible harm. So
perfect. So my demonic weapon deals 3 harm.
Yeah.
And then whatever terrible harm is.
Inflict terrible harm, I think it adds to that. So inflicting terrible harm means you add +1 harm to whatever you would normally inflict. So
that is 4 harm.
But that's a lethal weapon, so yeah.
Is he lacking a head now?
Yeah, he's
hooray.
It's rolling, so
I would love to aim it towards the security guard and then like immediately like turn like unnaturally quick towards him or her.
Okay.
And then just fly up into the air. Are we in like tree line or anything like that?
No, you're over on the island.
Oh, right, okay.
Which I think there's probably some trees there, but
okay. I'll just shoot up into the air and kind of circle around so I'm more behind them.
Okay.
So I can see, and from there I just want to see if there's like nearby backup or if we can just take care of this like right now.
Yeah. Trying to think what that would be. Let's say keep your cool.
Okay.
Because you want to avoid backup being nearby. It's kind of like a catch-all. So.
Okay. Spirit. Ooh, spirit. That would be an 8. Big old 8.
Okay. So that I'll tell you what it's going to cost you. What would be an interesting cost for this scenario? I'm gonna say you can get him, but trying to think what you can get him, but it's gonna make it more difficult for you to get away. So like there's cars coming, but
Okay.
they're pretty far away. But like if you take
it
the
would
time to
stop
take
the
care of him,
Okay.
but yeah, you're not gonna be able to like change and get out of there before you like does something about it. So
Okay. You said that we are on an island, correct?
yes.
Would I theoretically be strong enough to pick up a person while I fly?
You know what? Why don't you let it out and we'll see.
Yum, yum, yum. 7.
Okay, that is a hit. Marker corruption.
Aha! It's happening, you guys.
Yeah. And you extend your senses supernatural or otherwise.
Perfect.
So I'm going to say that kind of lets you hulk out a little bit.
Cool, because I want to pick him up and I want to fly out and drop him in the middle of the water.
Okay.
And as I kind of do that,
Xavier is already changing and getting in the car as you fly down. So
I mean, that's fine then. That's fine. I'll assume that he's smart enough to know that we probably should not stay here, so I'll meet him somewhere else. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up this poor security guard and attempt to dispatch them in the water. I'm gonna fly up pretty high and then just drop them
okay.
in the water, and then just go just way.
Yep. All right, that happens. Okay. Do we? It's like 8:45. I'm not really sure about picking up another strain or story. Does anybody have anything quick they want to do?
Did she just murder the security guard?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
How about this? When Kay finally gets away and checks their phone, there's going to be a text from Red saying, "Okay, I'm free."
Cool. Yeah, whenever Kay lands, I think Kay would find someplace definitely more forested, but close enough to a road to walk to, and then transform back, get the phone out to text Xavier to tell them where to meet, and then see that, and just kind of like very frustrated, just like a moment, just cursing a storm for a second, and then just texting back, okay.
I would like to cash in one debt that Kay owes me and appear where she is. And that's how I would like to leave off my strand.
Okay.
Cool.
I think that's a good place to wrap it. We'll wrap up that day with Red and Kay meeting up, and then the Peter situation next week, and then we'll go to the next day where Brody and Daphne are waiting.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was Urban Shadows. You know what darkness costs.
Way to come back, Kay.
I don't do anything, just
no partial measures.
No, just all or nothing in my book.
But
I'm not here, I'm really here.
So there is one thing we can do if anybody feels like they've learned anything about a faction. You can increase your score in that faction by 1 and decrease your score in another faction by 1.
Okay.
So if you feel like your relationships with factions have changed, you can alter that a little bit, just based on who you've been interacting with, that sort of thing.
I feel like I gotta go up 1 with Wild because of my interaction with Mildred, and I think
Down a night.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Done.
I think similarly, I think my Wild has gone up because I think it's been a really long time since Kay has gone full demon form. And also it's definitely helping out more of what my dad wants. And I think down 1 in mortality for the sake of
I would say
murdering 3 humans.
Capital murder will do that to you.
yeah, it's good. I like it.
I'm gonna go down 1 in night and go up 1 wild because I'm dealing with the Fae now. But vampires and werewolves don't seem to like me very much.
Gotcha. And Daphne or Brody?
Nah, Brody's the same.
Okay.
yes.
Brody got shaken out by the cops. That's all that happened
Brody.
for him today.
Peak Brody.
The Brody abides.
Yeah, the Brody abides. I love you guys. But yeah, so that's it's went full peanut family.
That was great.
Anyway, yeah, that was amazing. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll just go around who you are, where we can find you, and your favorite moment from the session tonight. So I think we'll start out with the enigmatic Maria.
Hello, I am Maria. I am at Happy Capster on Twitter, where I live most of my life when I'm not in real life. My favorite moment was Brody's police car ride. I loved that whole, oh, you're police, bye. that was just laughing the entire time. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was a fun thing to play out. Who wants to go next? Anybody? Matthew?
Sure, yeah, I'll go. Hey, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm Matthew. You can find me at W. Foreman on Twitter. I do a lot of D&D and tabletop RPG content, both on here when available and on Dice Priority. My favorite moment from tonight was definitely, okay, I'm just going to say it. I have 2, and I don't give a shit that I broke the rules. The triple homicide, or quadruple homicide. Holy fuck, that was hot. And then just, Nox's reactions as I betray Daphne.
Yeah. It was tasty.
I'll be full on those for days, Nox. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm Max. I can be found at allmax220 all over the internet. And my favorite part of the night was just 2 words: drug Saruman. And also Nox's reactions. Those are hilarious.
Definitely. Nox?
Oh, fuck balls.
All right.
I got all of it was so good. Just to pick something that hasn't been chosen yet, because I like the whole kit caboodle. Red giving Peter the hold card. Ugh, Jesus! Now it's contagious. Red giving Peter the cold hard facts about Peter's fucking issues. Jesus, God.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Peter kills me. So yeah, I think that was it, and I can't wait for next session and for Peter to enter Daphne's web, because then fucking feast on that shit, bitch.
Oh no! Yeah, I can't wait to try to gaslight Daphne. It's gonna be fun.
All right, and Ty.
And I'm Ty. I am Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. I'm here in other places. My favorite moment was just watching Peter come, discuss terms with Mildred about exactly how that everything's going to work out at the dinner. That was great to watch.
That dinner's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
That's like a mid-season climax.
Yeah.
right there.
Red wedding. Red wedding. Here, here
Oh
we
my
go.
god, that's so true.
So
I'm
tasty.
immortal in a den.
Yeah. We're about to find out if we're the Starks or the Lannisters.
Oh boy. Yeah, and then I am your master of ceremonies, Taryn Winnie. You can find me on Twitter at TarzanNoZ. And gosh, I had so many favorite moments tonight. So good to be back. I love playing with you guys so much. But I would have to say kind of like hashing out kind of what's going on with Peter and sort of explaining everything, but getting to do that as Mildred, who's sort of this interesting party for everything that's going on. So I was excited about that. And then him betraying Daphne was just tasty. So tasty. That's all Urban Shadows is about. Just stab backs. So, but yeah. Yeah, and then thanks everybody again for joining us. If you enjoyed what you saw tonight, don't forget to follow, subscribe, drop some bits if you're enjoying moments, and then please check out our Patreon. If you really want to support us month to month, that's the best way for us to, pay Zoom fees and overlays and just kind of new adventures that come out and really just keeping us going as a community. And then, yeah, also, you can find me here. That's it. I didn't mention that, but this is my baby. So, and then sometimes I'll play, like we played Invisible Sun on last Thursday, and that was so good. But on Variant Roles, we're finishing up some Dungeon of the Mad Mage stuff. We're finally hitting the end of the textbook that book is. That is on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. You can check out Invisible Sun Saturday evenings with a very stellar cast led by Dan Gaston. And if you like this, you will definitely like that. And then we're doing some stuff on Thursdays with Monty Cook Games Mixtape, which is a little mix of Invisible Sun, Cypher, and some other things that are going on. But yeah, please check us out. Help us out if you're available financially. And then just sharing and subscribing and stuff to what we do and following us on Twitter. So everybody, thank you for joining us. And is it Sunday yet?